Hi, I'm Kevin Kuchenbecker, Planning, Zoning, and Historic Preservation Officer for the City of Deadwood. And this is another moment in Deadwood's history. Last week we had the opportunity to introduce you to one of our new department heads, Justin Lux. Today I get the honor to talk with Lornie Stalder. He is our Public Works Director. He's been on board since December in that position and started with the city in September as our Public Building Superintendent. Welcome to the team, Lornie.
Thank you, Kevin.
Obviously, it was kind of baptism by fire when you started the Public Works Director. Bob Nelson Jr. left. I was the interim Public Works Director, and I was fun to hand that off, not knowing that his first week we'd get about a 4-foot snowstorm. How was that first week for you?
It was exciting. Like you said, it was a firestorm to start out with. We obviously had a tremendous amount of snow, and the thing that impressed me the most was just the team that's already been established down there. 3 o'clock in the morning we arrived, and every person on my staff was at work, and ended up we worked a very long couple weeks with 12-hour days, and like I said, I was so impressed by every one of them taking the challenge to make it to work and provide that public service to the community. But
absolutely, a great team, great equipment. Could you imagine, this photo behind us is 1928. The equipment used there, probably shovels and those types of things. And you do see some of those early photos in the winter of Deadwood, not a lot of them, but you get those 4-foot snowstorms and not having state-of-the-art graders and loaders. We're fortunate today that we don't have to shovel the main street.
Right. Yeah, our city had foresight, and our commissioners and our mayors in the past, they gave us great equipment, leased through Butler Equipment, and we really do have nice equipment now. And I've always said, give the team the materials they need to do the job correctly, and they'll be way more successful. So some of the challenges we had with that snowstorm was just obviously the volume. But the biggest challenge of all was just non-compliance with our city ordinance, which states that you cannot put snow out into the street. A lot of our businesses were continuing to push snow out in the streets on a daily basis, and we really took almost 7 days before we were able to get to our residential areas. We just kept going back and repeating and removing snow off our main thoroughfares. So going forward, I asked our businesses abide by the ordinances to help us get into our residential areas as well.
Yeah, I know that was a challenge. You go by, clean the street, and then all of a sudden there's a snow pile behind you because they were cleaning their lots. And so obviously we're encouraging our residents and business owners that if the plow hasn't come by, it's an opportunity to move it out in the snow, but as soon as we go by, no more. And that's an ordinance, and I think this is a good lesson for everyone. Obviously, that's the streets. You have 3 departments. You have the streets department. We talked about snow removal and everything. They're busy year-round. And then you have the water department. Mm-hmm. And we had a recent retire of our water director, Randy Farr, who was with us for 24 and a half years, a tremendous employee and team member. And then you also have public buildings. And yes. What is there, approximately 19 buildings that heating systems, indoors, outdoors, working on all those. And that keeps you busy as well.
It does. It does. It was challenging to start out with in the public buildings. Basically learning all the things that could be going wrong on a daily basis. I think we've got that somewhat handled now. We ended up hiring a private contractor to do the HVAC systems, and they've been a good team to bring on board. The thing that amazes me the most about when I came into the public building side, I didn't really leave the area, but I knew that gaming had came in, and I really knew that there was bars and gaming. I was really amazed at the fine facilities that we have, and again, just the vision that the people that were involved in making the decisions to bring on the museum, the Outlaw Square, to renovate all these beautiful facilities we got. It really took a lot of foresight and vision, and I'm so appreciative that we have way more than just a gaming town. You know, that was eye-opening. The water department, you know, it's going to be fun because I came from the same environment where there was tremendous growth. It's going to be fun to see how Deadwood will change in the next 5 years, and to be challenged by the growth of the water systems, the street systems, the employees needing more staff. It's going to be an adventure, but it'll be a challenging one and a rewarding one in the end.
Well, and the key to that is as we grow, we remain the same. Obviously, historic preservation is an important component all across all of our departments. And getting back to the public buildings, you know, we have one of the few Carnegie libraries that is still run as a public library. The Adams Museum is the first Black Hills Museum, you know, and it's city-owned, but managed by our great partner, Deadwood History. And then we have the Days of 76 Museum, which is a new building, but great history in those. So I can't say enough about our partners, our preservation partners like Deadwood History, Outlaw Square, the Chamber of Commerce. Those are all very important as well. And speaking of the Chamber of Commerce and our partners out there, a big event coming on this weekend. We have Snowcross,
Yes.
Which is a sanctioned event. It's a big deal. You have some snow available for them this year?
Yeah, we were blessed with a ton of snow this year, so we did fill up our 76 arena to the top, and they're busily trying to get the course set up. But I'm excited to see it. I've never seen it, and it should be fun to watch. And it takes a tremendous amount of work to get all that snow moved down there, and
then you got to turn around and take it out.
Assist in the project of providing the snow from them, and then all the other parks will have to be involved as well. And it should be exciting and fun to watch with as much snow.
Don't forget your earplugs. It's loud, but it is fun. And then also during that same weekend, we started a new event 5-6 years ago called K9 Keg Pull, and that's still on. There's been, should we do it with the cold or should we not? Are the animals going to be okay? Are the volunteers going to be okay? Forecast, it's going to be cold. We're going to get about 14 inches of snow between now and then. So this year our Snowcross won't have snert. Snow dirt looking. It should be white. And then with the animals, of course, we have Outlaw Square. There's some warming shelters. There's fire pits. So we encourage you to come down and watch the dogs pull the canines. And I know your department is involved bringing down bleachers and everything else. So lots of winter activities going on. It's a great snowmobile season. I know we have record numbers up at Terry Peak and with our ski resort there. And there's fat tire biking on groomed trails. There's cross-country skiing. Deadwood is a winter wonderland, and it's snowing out right now, which makes more work for your department cleaning the streets and sidewalks, but everything's pretty good in Deadwood.
It is. It's great, and it's exciting to be here, and I'm glad the commission and the interviewing committee selected me to have this opportunity. Really grateful for that.
Lornie, you've been a great addition to the team, and look forward to working with you for a long time as we continue to enhance Deadwood and at the same time keep Deadwood historic. So that's a wrap.